and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to be doing a plan with me in my bullet journal insert where I have my dailies, and we're actually going to be going forward quite a bit starting with August the 13th, and that's because I've set up this week, which is the week of July the 31st, and then I've already also set up next week just because I was experimenting, but I want to have the week after that also already set up, because when I get back from visiting my family next week, I won't have time to like set things up, so I want to come back and have that all ready to go. And I also haven't done a bullet journal plan with me that was accurate and up to date and like relevant in a long time. And even with that, I've never done one for weeklies, so I'm going to do that, or dailies, I guess. So I really wanted to do that, and I think I figured out how to get by the fact that I don't know how to get voiceovers to work in my video editor. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to like tell you what I'm about to do, and then as I'm doing it and like I get really quiet, I'll speed through that portion, and then I'll come back and there'll be a little intro where I tell you what I'm going to do next and things like that, so that I can kind of interact with you guys instead of just doing things and in a sped up way and then there's just music playing in the background. Sorry about the wobbly camera. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So these are the things that I will mostly be working with for this setup. I have this really small 5mm Simply Gilded washi tape from the July box. I have these weekly like box script headers from Planning with Kay shop, and I also have her Under the Sea monthly kit right here, and it comes with 3 sheets, and she does these, she has a new one every month. I think actually now she's going to start doing 2 a month, and she sells them for $5, which is like a really great deal. And there are so many things here that I can pull from. I actually don't know if I'll use these or some of her day things here. We shall see. And I wanted to use this because summer's kind of winding down, and Under the Sea, like sea themes aren't usually my thing, like beaches and stuff, but I wanted to try it and I thought the kit was really pretty, and I also just like supporting her shop because I think it's really cool. So I'm also going to be working with that. So just to show you what I did, so I've already kind of briefly in another video shown you this week, and then I set up next week, and I really like how I set it up. I used this pink Simply Gilded washi with gold foil to like divide my days, and then I have these like cherry blossoms that are also foiled in gold that I got from my last Pipsticks order, and I did that. These are stickers, these are checkbox stickers. So Planning with Kay actually has checkbox stickers that are sized for a 5mm bullet journal, like the Leitcherm or Rhodia or something like that. But this stock grid insert isn't 5mm, it's a really weird sizing, and so I actually had to make those myself, even though I was hoping to be able to buy hers. But alas, that wasn't the case. So I had to spend some time making those, and this is how they came out. I messed up when telling my silhouette to cut. I accidentally made the red cut line have a weight, so when the weight is 0, it doesn't print out, but it knows to cut there. But I accidentally made the weight 1, so you can actually see them, but that's okay. And I just cut them down to size with an X-Acto knife, and so that's what we're going to do. And I also have a packing list over here. But the first thing I'm going to do is lay down the blue washi, just to divide up my days. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back. I did that. And the next thing I want to do is decide how I want to make my days, like write the days out. I could use these, which I used last week. I used a different color. I used the pink ones. I was planning to use the blue ones this week, but I noticed now that she also has some really cute things like that. So I think to get more use out of this kit, I'm going to use these flowers. So I'm going to go do that. Okay, so that's all done, and I just went ahead and also wrote the dates in with this tealish Crayola Super Tip, and I did a weird kind of drop shadow with this Paper Mate Flare. Sometimes my drop shadows are better than others, and I'm not really feeling the ones I did today, but it's okay. It's not that big a deal. So next, I want to make sure that I get in my checklists, and so I'm going to count and cut how many boxes I need and then lay those down. So I laid down my checklist box fingers and I just colored them in with the same colors that I used for the numbers. And so there isn't like too much else that I want to do. These are like monthly kits, so they're meant to be set up for the monthly spreads of a bullet journal, but I don't do bullet journal style monthlies anymore, so I'm definitely going to have a ton. Like, these are the kinds of stickers that I would use as headers for dailies when I want to do like half to full page dailies, and that's not going to be until like closer to the semester starting, because that's when I have more like tasks to do. But I want to add some of this deco, and I'm going to stick to like the blues because that's kind of what I've got going on here. So I want to use these two seashells for sure, and I think I'm going to cut them in half with these scissors, and I'm going to just put them at the very edge of my setup. And I want to use this turtle, and I'm also going to cut the turtle in half and have his little head kind of peeking out from the edge over here. And then I want to put this somewhere, but then he'd have to be upside down. So I guess maybe I won't use that. And then I'm going to do more or less the same thing over here. So I'm just going to cut this shell in half. This little blue fish I'm going to have peeking out like the turtle. So that these just like marry each other. And then for this last page, I'm actually going to use a starfish. There. And I think that's it. So as you can see, I have just a lot left over when you do this. So when you do this kind of planning, you have a lot of these types of stickers left over. So these can be like a whole like week. I have all of these week header date things, and so those can be used. They can be layered with those seashells, and that's another week. There's a ton of this deco sheet left. So yeah, I'll do this again. I'll be using this again. I'll save it for later. And that will be when I come back. I'm leaving this spot blank because I ordered some weekly habit trackers again from Planning with Kay, and I hope that by the time I get to this week, they'll have arrived so that I can put that in this space. But if they don't come yet, then I'll just letter in a fun quote like I did here and add some more of this decor sheet. And so yeah, I actually have lots of these kits by her. I have like 3 others, and there are a couple more that I want to get because I really love her work. So what I wanted to do in this spread was figure out how I can still use these even when I'm not doing a typical bullet journal monthly setup anymore. And I really like how that came out. I think it's really subtle, but it's also really fun. And when you do it the way I just did it, these stickers actually last a lot longer, I think, than if I had done a typical bullet journal setup, because I can get like several weeks out of this. Though monthly setups last for the whole month, so it's kind of just a trade-off between what you do, really. But I like how that came out, and so this will be that week, and this is next week, and so I have the next 3 weeks all set up and ready to go. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.